Hello, fellow witches and wizards. My name is PhoenixGinny, and welcome to another speed build. Welcome to, what did I call this? It's called Jungle Bungalow up there, and I like that name. That's the name that the game gave the lot. So, I think that's what it's called on the gallery, Jungle Bungalow. I call it's just a jungle vacation home in Silva Dorada. I made this for my Dream Life save file. It's another vacation home. Those are popular with me these days. I've been making a lot of vacation homes and rentals. Rental lots are just fun because you don't need a budget limit because it's a vacation home. Obviously, the person renting this is loaded, so... So I made another vacation home, and I wanted to make a nice, very jungly vacation home, so I put it in Silva Dorada. Yeah, I don't know where I got this idea from. This house was actually completely different when I first started it. I started this lot actually on my birthday stream, and it was going to be this modern white build with jungle accents, but I hated it, actually. I didn't like it, and so I decided to go with something completely different, and I just put all these huts together, and I had like this, I don't want to call it a swamp, it's a little nicer than a swamp, it's a pool, but it's just this swampy area around it. It's a pool, and your Sims can swim in it, I think. I've left kind of openings. There's no ladders or anything, so I wanted to make it look more natural, but there's openings. There's places where your Sims can jump in and jump out. I also put a fence around that area. As you can see right here, this area that I'm fixing up, putting the windows on right now is actually the kids area. I made a kids place. I put a fence area around that because you don't want kids to fall in to the water. Though your kids can still swim in it from the front end. So, I think the only way to actually get behind that house is if you swim. I ended up putting a hot tub back there as well. I honestly can't think of where I got the idea to do these huts, but I use ladders to climb up them. That's why the child area is actually on the ground floor. I don't have any objects for toddlers. Because I thought, why would you bring a toddler? Silva Dorada. I don't know. Maybe you want to. You totally can. You can just replace all the bunk beds. I used the bunk beds for the very first time in that area. So you can fit 4 people in that area in the kids' room. Also, you just saw me, and you might see me try again. I was trying to put a hot tub in the master bathroom. That was my original idea, but I'll talk about that in a minute. The kids' bedroom, yeah, I didn't put any toddler stuff in it. I didn't think, because I wanted to use the bunk beds, I'll be honest. I wanted to use the bunk beds. But you could remove them and put toddler stuff in there. That's why the kids' room's on the first floor, because toddlers can't use ladders, and that's the only way you can get up to these other levels. I probably should have tested them, but I'll talk about that in a minute. When I originally designed this house, what I always do with my big builds, I like to sit down, get some graph paper, and I design the house before I sit down and build it. I have found that is the best way for me to build. All these other fancy builders on YouTube, they just sit down and just throw a fancy box on the lot and it looks good. That doesn't work for me. I always end up hating it. That just doesn't work for me. So, I designed it myself. And in the original design, I had a hot tub in the master bath because I thought, how cool would that be? I wanted to make it really jungly in there, sort of like a conservatory, like the jungle was inside, like the jungle cafe sort of thing, but with a hot tub. But the problem is I could fit it in there just fine and fit a ladder and make it work that way. But the problem is I couldn't make anything else fit in there. I couldn't find a way to fit a shower and a sink and a toilet in a way that made sense. Like, I don't want to just stick stuff up on walls. I don't want to just stick things up against the wall in anywhere. Like, you could do that and it could work. Your Sims can use that stuff fine when you do that. It just doesn't look good, you know? It looks like it was just thrown in there, and that's not what I want. I wanted it to look on purpose. So I could not fit a hot tub up there, unfortunately, and make it look good. So I ended up putting a hot tub behind the kids' hut because there's a lot of space over there. You would have to swim in the pool to get there. You would have to cross the bridge that I put there and then walk... Oh, wait. Can you... Oh, no. Well, yeah, you would cross the bridge, you could get to the front door, and you can get into the pool from the front door and swim on the left side and then get out on that opening on the left side, and you can get to the hot tub. There's also a swing set by there, I think. I don't know if the swing set is usable. I think it is. I think you can walk around it too. I never test my lots in The Sims because it's a hassle to do, especially for a rental lot. You would have to get a Sim, you would have to get them to buy the rental lot, and then you'd have to travel to the rental lot and then test it, and I don't care. The thing is, I will eventually use this build when I actually start playing my dream life, and I'll test it myself when I get there, and if it doesn't work, I'll fix it. And if you want to use this lot, you can, and you can test it out. See, I left some openings so your Sims can get in the pool. But like I said, this lot is currently on the gallery, and my gallery ID will appear on the screen right here. And, yep, you can access my ID, and you can get it yourself. I don't think there's any custom content in this one. I don't think so. If you don't see it, just click the box in the search box on the left. Includes custom content if you can't see it. But I'm pretty sure there's no custom content in this one. Oh, did I block up? Did I end up blocking up that space? Well, it doesn't matter. I know you can get into the pool because I know I didn't block up the area in front of the front door. I know you can get to the pool from there. So yeah, that bridge right there, I'm pretty sure is totally functional. There is a way that you can make functional bridges in The Sims 4. I looked it up already on YouTube. I've done it once before in another build. The second Little Simsy shell challenge that I did, which is also in the gallery if you want it. That bridge is totally functional. What you do is that you make it on the second level. There are videos on YouTube that you can look up right now that will be way more helpful than this, but I'll explain to you kind of what you do. What did I do? I made a room in the ground. How did I do it? I don't remember. It's on the second floor, and you cut out the bottom. Oh, man, I honestly don't remember. Maybe I'll look it up. There are videos that explain how to do it, though. But yeah. What else about this build? I used a Silva Dorada tree, and the tree actually clips into the master bathroom a little bit, but I did it on purpose. It looks very decorative, and I put shelves around it. It looks really cool. You'd have to back up a little bit to see the tree, but when you do, it looks really nice. Also, if you put down this lot, as you probably already know this, and I mention it a little in my descriptions of my builds, is you want to have your move object on cheat when you place down the lot to make sure everything is placed where it was. Because if you don't, then it'll delete some items that were placed with the alt tab or that are inside of other objects and whatnot. What else? I wish I could explain how I made that bridge. I can't even really remember how I did it. I can't remember how you do it. Maybe I'll look it up. Gotta make sure it's muted. Looked up how to build a bridge in The Sims 4. That's it. No, stop. Okay. How do I start this? I'm looking at World of Julie. That's where I learned. And YouTube. Build a bridge crossing a stream. That is the idea. Is you want to make your pool, and you make it look stream-like. You remove part of the pool. Yeah, where you want the bridge to be, you remove that part of the pool, and then you delete it. You make a room, and then you delete it. And then you put down where your bridge is going to be. You kind of make 2 rooms. You make like a room where the bridge is going to be, and then you push it down into the earth. It doesn't really matter how far you do it. You just push it down, and then you make your bridge on top of that room, and then you delete the room underneath. That's how you do it. Okay, so you make your river, because you're making a bridge, so I assume there's like a river or something underneath it. You make your bridge, and there's other ways to make bridges too. This is just the way I know how to do it. You make your water, your stream, and then you remove the part of the stream where your bridge is going to go. You build a room on top of that. You push the room down into the ground. And then you build your bridge on top of it. And then you remove the room that you made underneath it. And then you can connect the pool underneath it, because the game is like, that's not the first floor, that's the second floor, because you built on top of the first floor, even though it's on the level of the first floor. The game considers it the second floor. So you can reconnect the pool underneath it, and you just put stairs on both sides and put a fence as your railing, and voila, you got a bridge. And it's functional. I'm pretty sure. I didn't test it, but this says that it's functional, and I think I've used it. The first bridge that I made was functional in my other build that I used that technique in. But I encourage you to look it up. I looked up how to on World of Julie. Maybe I'll link that in the description on how to make those bridges. And there's more ways. She has more. I assume it's a she. She has more ways than just that. There's other ways to make bridges too. Oh, does James Turner have a? James Turner might have a tutorial on it too. Huh. Oh. But yeah, this is me just putting on the terrain and stuff. I didn't put in the build, I didn't put in me actually building the huts. Because originally I wasn't going to post this on my channel. Originally it was just going to be me doing what I want to do, just building, and I wasn't worried about recording it. But then later I felt bad because I wasn't doing enough for my channel. I do feel like I'm not doing enough for my channel. Oh man, now I'm doing the kitchen here. The kitchen was a mess and a half. Because it's hard to do cabinets on diagonals, and the room was already kind of small. yeah, so I ended up not doing cabinets on, I ended up not doing countertops on the side. I ended up doing little tables. Your Sims can't use them to make food, but they can set food on them. But I do have that bar there, the bar countertops, and you can mix food on that. But anyway, yeah, I had to figure out how to make room, and there isn't really a dining room, so if you have like 8 Sims on this lot, 4, 5, 6, you can only have 6 Sims on this lot. There's not a table to sit around, unfortunately. You could probably fit some somewhere. The thing is, like, there's extra land where you can put stuff, but if I put tables there, your Sims would have to put food in their inventory, swim in the pool to get there, and then pull it out of their pocket, and it's just not realistic. But you have 2 stools there, you have a tiny table with 2 chairs, and I do put a couch there. So technically you have 6 seats in the dining room. It's just not all at a table. I figure you're not going on vacation to have family meals, really. So I was like, it probably doesn't matter. I was saying something before that. What was it? I don't remember. I was talking about the terrain. Oh, yeah, how I wasn't originally going to post it on my channel, but I decided that I wanted to because I wasn't doing enough for my channel. I do feel like I'm not doing enough for my channel. But the thing is, I'm juggling other stuff, too. I've been trying to go to the gym every day, and going to the gym takes like 4 hours of my day. I don't know how that happens. It just does. Just half an hour to get ready for the gym, half an hour to get to the gym. I'm at the gym for an hour and a half an hour to get back, and then half an hour to change my clothes, or an hour to shower, and then half an hour to get dressed. It takes me forever to do anything. If you've been on my channel before, you know this, that it takes me forever to do anything. Okay, now, I just bought the Supernatural stuff pack. Is that what it's called? Or is it Paranormal? Supernatural. That was a pack for The Sims 3, wasn't it? The Paranormal stuff pack. These curtains are perfect. I love those curtains. I was trying to find good curtains for these windows that would go with the vibe of the room, with the right color scheme, and just, these curtains are just perfect. Just beautiful. The color is perfect. The style is perfect. I was so happy to have found them. Though those curtains that I had on before, those bright mint green ones with the squiggles from Eco Lifestyle, those were pretty good too. I feel like I was going to say something else. I want to do more for my channel. I'm working on a speed run, a Nancy Drew speed run that I want to do, which is really cool. I've never done a speed run before, but I absolutely love them. I've seen every single one of Arglefump's speed runs for all the Nancy Drew speed runs he's done. I have a whole playlist, actually, that I put together. He has playlists, too, but I don't really like the order that he does them in, so I did my own. And I included some other speed runs, too, because he hasn't sped run all the games. That playlist is public and on on YouTube if you want it. I have all the games on there. All the Nancy Drew games that have ever been that have been speedrun are on there. The only game that hasn't been speedrun that I can see on YouTube is Ransom of the Seven Ships, because that game is really hard to speedrun. But guess what? I am doing it, and I'm excited. I'm figuring out the route currently, and I will have that video when I'm done with it on the channel. I also want to do a tier list. That seems to be the popular thing right now. Is everybody's doing Sims 4 tier lists. Every once in a while, YouTubers come out with these are a new tier list for The Sims 4. You could pretty much do it every year because you can include all the new packs in it. So I want to do that. I already determined my favorite packs a couple months ago, actually. I just haven't posted anything about it. It's something that I did on my own. My best friend, me and her were talking about The Sims 4, and she's like, what's your favorite pack? And I was like, I don't know. So I decided to take inventory of all the packs and put them in a complete master tier list. Not only could I say what my favorite pack of all time was, I could say what my favorite stuff pack was, what my favorite game pack was, what my favorite expansion pack was, what I liked best for cast, what I liked best for building, and what I liked best for gameplay. It's all there, and I want to put it in a video. Problem is, I don't know how to edit that. I don't know how I'm going to film and edit that. So, as I don't have editing software, not really. I just use, whatever I can get for free. And I don't really have time or the desire to cut every minute of dead audio or whatever. I don't really want to do that. So I got to figure out how I want to film that. Because if I sit down and talk about my favorite packs, it's going to be an hour-long video, and I don't know how to cut that. So I'll see. I'll figure it out. I would like to figure out how to do that. But you are seeing me decorate the kids' bedroom now. That was really hard for me to do. I wanted to use the bunk beds for the first time. I had to figure out how to fit them in, as well as fit in the furniture. The problems I have with the bunk beds is that I hate the colors. Because they chose to make the worst base game beds. Okay, alright, first of all, one of them is base game. The other one is from Parenthood, which is once again, they're ripping off paid content and making it free. That doesn't actually bother me that much, but I can understand why it bothers other people. I get it. They took the worst beds and made them bunk beds. Not worst as in style, but worst as in, color options. I hate the color options for these beds. They're not fun. They're not pretty. And the thing is, they don't change the color of, the headboard, the frame. You can't change the color of the frame. So, if you really like... a duvet cover, or as we call them in America, comforters. If you like the comforter color, but hate the baseboard color, you're shit out of luck. You can't make them all match. I want them all to have the same headboard color, but I want them to have different blanket cover colors. And so, I have to use that ugly brown one, because it's the only one left that matches that color headboard. Because I want them all to match. So, yeah. I didn't want to go with that dark color either. But the thing is, I needed the walls to match. I needed a good color to match. See, that's me trying to figure it out. I want different colors. But then I was like, wait a minute. The headboard is black, not dark brown. But then I just changed the one next to it, so at least they matched somewhat, But I thought the room was too dark, so I added a lot of color in the bedspreads and in the curtains, because it's a kid's room, and I thought it was way too dark and way too brown, so I tried to put in as much color as possible. I also wanted stuff to do, because what can kids even do in Silva Dorada? So I made sure they had toys, and they have a card table and stuff, so there's stuff they could do. There's a swing set, too. Yeah. I had a lot of fun making this, and a lot of the fun that came from making this build, was from the stuff I was listening to. I like to listen to stuff. That's why I prefer to do speed builds rather than live builds, because I like to listen to other stuff while I build, and I was listening. I'm a huge fan of Star Kid. If you don't know, Star Kid, they make their own musicals, essentially, and it's usually ripping off cultural, pop culture stuff, and they're the ones that made a Harry Potter musical and a Harry Potter sequel and a Harry Potter Senior Year. Seen all of them multiple times. Absolutely love them. I quote them all the time, if you know me. But I love that so much that I decided to watch their other stuff. I'm trying to branch out, watch their other stuff. I've seen their play Twisted. It's really good. I watched Black Friday. I wasn't really into that one. I really like their comedy stuff better. And I just watched over the weekend, Holy Musical Batman, which is okay. It's okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't awful. I watched The Trail to Oregon. That one is awful. I expected that to be way funnier, and the problem is that one was really, really... The storytelling was just not there. There was, like, almost no story. Like, okay, they're going to Oregon. That's about it. And then random shit happens. That's pretty much all it is. I couldn't follow what was going on half the time. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. Pretty much all the previews I had of it were all that was funny about it. There's no surprises. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. It was really dumb. Unfortunately, the songs weren't memorable either. But one play that I watched that I wasn't expecting to like at all was The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, and I highly recommend it. It is funny, and every song is good in that play, which is really rare. In, like, every musical ever, there's always that one song that you're like, I could go without that one. I don't think there is one in The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. I'm trying to think. Is there any song that I didn't like in a Harry Potter musical? I am not a huge fan of the dragon song. The one that Harry sings to put the dragon to sleep. That song, you can live without it. There's always one song in, like, every play that you're just kind of But in a Harry Potter, no, not that one. And The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, I think every song in that one is good. Like, every song in that play is just really good. And I know it somehow, and I sing it randomly. I'll think about it, or I'll wake up singing it. I've seen that play twice, and that's what I was listening to when I was building this. I was just listening to it. Like, I don't even have to watch it. I can just listen to it. It's just really, really funny. Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it. If you like musicals, I recommend watching Star Kids stuff. They're really good. Yeah, no, I really like that play. I really like, what's his name? What is his name? I think his last name is Doris. The black actor. They need more of him. He is a gem. He's an absolute gem. He's so good in that play. My favorite, I think the funniest moment of that whole play is, okay, so the premise of the play is that the town of Hatchetfield has been attacked by aliens that are taking over they're taking over your body. What they do is they take over your body and they communicate by singing so that it's everywhere is perpetually a musical. And so, if you're singing, then presumably you were attacked by the aliens. So when they're trying to get to safety, the professor who owns the place of safety where they're hanging out, trying to survive the alien attack, he wants to make sure that they're not aliens, so he aims at their gun at them, and he's like, sing the first bars of Moana. The first song in the movie Moana. And so, like, they're trying to sing it, they're not doing very well, and all of a sudden, the black guy in the back is like, it's the circle of life. Which is the wrong movie. And it's just perfect timing. It's just beautiful. He is really funny in that play. It got a raw deal too. His character gets a raw deal. Everybody gets a raw deal. I'll warn you now. The ending isn't good. The ending is good, as in, like, entertaining. It's not. It's a bad ending though. Like it's not a happy ending. Is what I'm trying to say. It's still a really good play though. God, it's good. Yeah. So this video is really long. I'm sorry about that. And so I'm actually happy that I cut out, like, that I didn't film myself actually building the huts, because this video would be really long then. I don't know why there's so much footage to this build. There's just a lot to it, I guess. A lot of decision making. Changed my mind a lot. See, there I go, putting the hot tub in the back there. I think you can get to it. You'd have to swim to get to it, I'm pretty sure, though. So, yeah, see, I've decided not to put the hot tub up there. But, now I gotta figure out where all the stuff is going. And like I said, I don't like just putting stuff up against the wall. I didn't want, it's in a hexagon shape, so. Hexagon? Octagon. Is it an octagon? I think it's an octagon. Yeah, it is. 8 size. So I didn't want to just be like, a bathtub on one wall, and then a shower on another, and then a sink on another, and then a toilet on another. Like, that looks dumb to me. That looks really dumb. And in real life, plumbing doesn't work that way. Not that I really think about that when I design homes, but I do a lot of design changes and whatnot when I do the bathroom. But you'll see, I'll get there, and I'm quite happy with what I ended up with. I ended up doing a sort of divider in the middle, which I often do in my bathrooms, where you have like a sink on one side, and you have the shower on the other, and it's like they share the same pipes or whatever, as you would find in a normal bathroom in real life. But we'll get there. Right now I'm decorating the master bedroom, and as you can see, there's kind of a theme of an orange and turquoise theme. And the thing is, every time I do a Silver Dorada build, that's what I do, is orange and turquoise, which is a great color scheme. I just wish that I could do a different color scheme every time I use that pack. The problem is, that's the only color scheme that looks good with that color. You'd have to use the same dark brown color, because in The Sims, every color is attached. You can't change, the wood tones, and you have to stick to one wood tone. And if you do that, that usually means you have to stick to one color tone, the one color scheme, because those colors are always associated with that particular wood tone, which they're trying to make things match. I get that, but if I wanted to go with a yellow theme, I'd have to go with like a white wood tone, and white wood tone doesn't look good with this particular kind of build. I'm using wood huts. You're not going to have white wood huts. You're going to have dark wood huts. So that's what looks best. That's what makes sense. So you have to do dark wood with all the furniture, which means if you want any color, you're going to have to use the colors that come with the dark wood tones, and that's orange and turquoise. So that's why I always use it, because I always use the dark wood tone. It's frustrating. Yeah, no. They should really consider changing that when they do Sims 5, allowing us to change the wood tones, allowing us to, change headboards and stuff for beds, and change those colors independently is what I mean. Kind of like what The Sims 2 did. I believe The Sims 2 did that. I never played The Sims 2. I've only watched people play it. And not very much. I haven't seen very much about it. But this is me trying to... I wanted to put the bath on that wall, and I wanted to make it on a platform. But if you put a platform in there... I wanted to put the platform up against the wall, and if you do that, then the roof cuts into the room like that, because it's a weird glitch that the game has. I don't get it. But that's me putting in the little divider in there, and putting in double sinks, and then putting a shower on the other side. And I think it looks really good with all the decor that I put in there. And the tree that's kind of cutting into the room. I put shelves around the tree, and I put objects on the shelves. And that's another thing this game needs. It needs more stuff that fits on shelves. It needs more stuff to snap to shelves. Like, every custom content item ever always fits on a shelf. But in the game, you either have that small plant or that tissue box. That's essentially all that fits on shelves. That look good, I don't know. And I also put fencing around all of the ladder openings, because, you don't want to fall through. You want some protection, even though the Sims don't really need that. It's not really a thing in the Sims, but it looks good. Maybe I should have put some lighting above the mirrors or something. I didn't think about it. I just used the spotlights there. The saucer lights. Yeah. We're almost done with the build. Took me a long time to do. Took about 3 days, I think like 9 hours-ish. But I think it looks really good. Like I said, it's on the gallery. And if you choose to do something special with the build, please let me know. Take pictures and tag me on Twitter. And my Twitter account is also linked in the description down below. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the build. But I think I will end my commentary there. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below telling me what you thought of the video. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you want more videos like this, click subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Also, I live stream here on YouTube every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Thursdays, I stream The Sims 4, currently working on my nifty knitting save file. And on Fridays, I stream adventure games. We're currently playing the Sherlock Holmes games, and we're on Sherlock Holmes, The Testament of Sherlock. And my Storytime Saturdays, where I read books and analyze them, and we're currently reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We're currently on chapters 6 and 7, I believe. But here are my screenshots, so I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you have a magical day.